Hi, this is Joab Lopez. I want to tell you a little story, and it's about a man I knew a few years back, and to say the least, he was miserable. Had a good job, but never had any money. Was divorced, in and out of terrible relationships. Always sick. I can tell you, always depressed and anxiety driven, even to the point sometimes of hospitalization. Taking meds and anything he could do to just try to cope with life. And you know, at one point he decided he wanted more. There had to be more to life. There had to be more to relationships. And there just had to be more. It couldn't be this way. It couldn't be all about the way he was living. So he thought, you know what? If I make a lot of money, maybe I'll just focus on that and become super rich and powerful. Things will fall into place, right? And so he figured, I'll start a business. He dumped a lot of money into his business, and it catastrophically failed. The question is why? He's an intelligent man. He has 3 degrees. Okay, had nothing to do with his intellect at all. If you guys haven't figured out, the guy in this story, it's me. All right, I can tell you the difference between that guy back then and the guy here now is a catastrophic difference. You would not recognize me if you knew me back then. What happened was, actually within that video, within that moment, I was watching a video on YouTube regarding my business, and I actually saw one of those little sub videos, you know, the ones that always suggestions and all that good stuff. And I don't know, it had a clever headline, something about whatever you want, I'll show you how to get it. And I thought, oh, I don't know, that seems cheesy. And it was 24 minutes and 15 seconds long. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is so long. I'll maybe start it and see what it's about, because who doesn't want everything in the world? I do. So I began to watch it. And a gentleman by the name of Bob Proctor began to speak. And from the second I started watching, I was absolutely riveted. He began talking about the laws and how we programmed to act a certain way and be a certain type of person. And unless we change the way we think, it'll never change our life. And it blew me away. In those moments, I actually had to decide, is this a real thing? Is this not a real thing? What's going on here? I was very confused, a little bit offended at the suggestion that I was the designer of my own disastrous life. And more importantly, I needed to know if this was true. You know, this is the internet, come on, right? So I went absolutely bonkers, and I watched every video I can possibly watch. I did every study I could on these universal laws and paradigms and personal development, and I began to put them to the test. And I said, you know, I really can't find anything wrong with these things, but, you know, let me test it. And test after test, the laws proved faithful and effective, and my life began to change, and my mind began to heal, and it got to the point where I absolutely love everything that I do and who I am, and I'm only growing and loving even more. And that's where I want to bring you guys to. I want to show you guys. Now, a lot of times the idea of these laws, I don't know, they get a mystical, magical vibe, or some sort of occult vibe, or some religion. Some people who have mentioned it too, straight off the bat, oh, that's some hokey pokey religion. And I'm not like that. I'm Catholic, or I'm Christian, or whatever. My goal in these following videos is simply going to be to show you guys that this isn't a religion, but like the law of gravity, it's an absolute. Okay, whether you believe in gravity or not, you walk out of a 10-story building, you're going to fall to the ground. It's just that simple. Right? These laws act in the same way, whether you understand it or not. These laws are running your life. Now you get to choose. Are you going to use these laws to live the life you want to live? Or are you going to use these laws to live according to the paradigms that have been built in your life? And oftentimes, in most paradigms, they're not good. You know, they put you exactly in the boat that you're unhappy with now. So in the future lessons, we'll teach about the laws. We'll go through each one. We'll have some visits with guest speakers and talk to them. And you guys are always welcome to participate. Shoot me emails if you have any questions or any topics you want me to discuss. I would be glad to. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you.